I just bought my dream vehicle and this is how we got it home.
Okay, so we've successfully made it onto the train. Sorry about the noise, it's a lot noisier than I thought it would be. Anyway, just a quick update. Basically, we're travelling all the way across the country from Exeter to Norwich to pick up a Humvee, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a big American military truck, which I'll go into in more detail later, but it's like one of my all-time dreams to own one of these things. Again, I'll tell you more about it as we go on, but yeah, so very exciting and can't wait. So yeah, keep you updated and see you soon. So we've just arrived at Paddington, just got to get the tube I think now to Liverpool Street and then on to Cambridge North. Not good with trains, but yeah, vaguely getting there. And yeah, a bit of a rush and massive culture shock as well. It always is coming to London. I mean, it's like coming from the middle of the countryside with about 10 people to the city. Anyway, see you later. Liverpool Street.
We are now arriving at Liverpool Street.
So we messed up the tube a bit, so we're running a bit late, and yeah, we've just got to get the
We need to rush.
get the train to Cambridge very quickly. See you later. So we made it to the train to Cambridge and we are off. So we have just got on the final train after many trains, and I must admit we are both getting a bit tired of trains, so yeah, bit of lunch, then we will be getting off and meeting the seller, who probably won't want to be on camera, so probably the next thing you'll see will be the Humvee and me very excited. So yeah, catch you later.
Here we are. This is my new to me 1989 Humvee M1123. And yeah, we've got a 6-hour journey ahead of us now, although we're going to stop for the night because, yeah, it's very loud, it's very noisy, and it's very, very tricky to get in the right place on the road because I'm not used to driving a left-hand drive car, and the roads we're on right now are very narrow, so yeah, it's going to be a challenge. So we better get going before it gets dark because apparently the lights are rubbish on these as well, so let's get going.
And so the journey begins. So we're going all the way across the country to Oxford, where we're going to stay for the night. Then we're going to carry down the A34, cross the 303, back down to Devon.
So we're probably about 15 minutes in-ish, 20 minutes maybe. It's actually not too bad. It's got good brakes, steering's good. It's actually not too bad for temperature. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. Only 6, 7, 8 hours-ish to go. How are we doing for fuel? I have no idea because the gauge doesn't seem to be working.
Okay, so
That's an issue.
the gauge is not working. Oh, great.
Apparently the tank is full though.
Oh my god. Still left. Yeah, you're good.
Left as I can go.
God.
Are we good?
Yes, we're good.
Are we good?
Go straight up.
We're good. And we're in park. I think. Yes. All good. Okay, time for some quietness. So yeah, we've got a slight issue with the fuel gauge. It's only going to a quarter. There's supposed to be a bit more than a quarter in there. So yeah, let's refill. Got a jerry can in the back, and yeah, we're going well. We're going good. I'll try not to whip myself in the face with the seat belts, and the lights are all on still. And I think we're good now. Let's see how we're doing. Well, it was actually full, and we put a grand total of £10 in, which is probably the cheapest fuel fill up this has ever seen. Probably just get the jerry can out and fill that just in case we get stuck in the middle of nowhere. Probably put more in the can than in the actual thing. And we're off again. Well, we've stopped again. More fuel. Did not fancy running out on the dual carriageway, so yeah, just topping up and probably just go and do a quick look round and make sure everything's okay. And it's still doing that stupid thing where it doesn't want to fill up. There we go. Obviously doesn't like our English diesel pumps. Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. Feels like we've done like 150 miles, but we've probably done like 50 or something, so there we go. So my kind wife has just gone to go and pay for the fuel, and yeah, starting to feel the journey a bit.
Hi everyone. Well, we are making it back to Oxford, where we're going to stop for the night. It's very noisy, but at least it's very warm, because I mean we've got the engine literally in the middle of the hammer, so my knees are baking, my ears not so much. There we go. We'll see you later.
So we were about to go, and of course someone pulled up right in front of us, very helpfully. So now, test my reversing skills with mirrors that I basically cannot see up. But we're good. Good to go. Make sure we don't whip someone's car door off. Let us continue. Doesn't really go this with a Waitrose. Like, yeah, feel like we should be next to a Walmart or a Home Depot or something like that. It's like Waitrose. Doesn't really work. Slow people at 50 miles an hour on a dual carriageway where the speed limit is 70. We are 10 minutes away from the hotel, and yeah, I think we both can't wait. So yeah, I think saying that, I think we're just going on the motorway, so that's great. Yay. Oh, whoa. Someone's house.
Okay, bye. Disconnect.
Oh, seriously? Oh no.
Go back.
Oh, that looks tight. Are we going to fit through there?
Yeah, should do. You've got plenty of space on the right.
Okay, mirrors. And we've arrived, eventually. It looks nice. So yeah, can't wait to go and have a nice meal and a good night's sleep. It's been a very long day, and yeah. Whew. Certainly an incredible vehicle, but yeah, it's been tough. See you in the morning. Good morning and welcome back to day 2 of getting this thing back home. So yeah, we had a good night's sleep and vaguely refreshed this morning, and yeah, ready to go. Done a few checks on this to make sure there's no hideous leaks or tyre pressure, all that kind of thing. It all seems pretty good. In fact, it's in really good condition, which is brilliant.
Didn't really say much about the actual vehicle yesterday, but just a small few things. Very iconic American military vehicle, came into service around the 1980s, I think 1983 or 4, in so many films. I'll go into that a bit more detail later. Yeah, it's a really amazing vehicle for a lot of very special things, like its ground clearance, the engine size, which is massive despite the very small amount of horsepower, typical American muscle. Yeah, so it's a really great vehicle, and there's not many of them in this country because of export regulations, end user certification, ITAR, all of that stuff. I think there's only, don't quote me on this, but around 50 of them actually registered with the DVLA in the United Kingdom, so a rare vehicle, and I'm very lucky to have come across this one and for it to be within my budget. So yeah, let's get going before it starts tipping down with rain. There we go. And now we wait for 10 minutes. Anyway. Dramatic superhero landing. We are ready to go. Okay, so I'm just about to do a cold start because I know everyone on YouTube loves a cold start. Fingers crossed it will actually start. And yeah, make sure we are in park, which we are. That key's in. Glow plugs are on. And we wait. That's going to be fun. Those windscreen wipers seem terrible. Okay, let's go. Because we've just driven past a sign to a local army barracks, and it's rather ironic when we're driving this thing, which is so very different to the Land Rovers that the UK military use, or, well, they're phasing out now, but yeah, when this was in operation in the US, we'd have been using the Land Rovers that pretty much everyone in this country knows and, well, maybe not loves, but knows. So yeah, just interesting seeing that. Starting to get windy, and this is not the most aerodynamic vehicle. I can feel it pushing us all over the place. So yeah, hanging onto the steering wheel nice and tight. So we're just arriving in Newbury now. It's pretty much how I remember it. A lot more houses, which was one of the reasons why we moved down to Devon from here, because it was getting very overbuilt and very busy. But yeah, it's interesting to be back, especially in this. It's yeah, it brings back a lot of memories, and yeah, not bad being back. So all these roads around here were the roads where I learnt to drive on and took my driving test, so that's a bonus because I vaguely know where we are now, and yeah, I'm not having to second guess every turning, every roundabout. Nice Maserati there. Okay, so we've just stopped outside my old secondary school. It's just started tipping down with rain, typically. But yeah, I just wanted to stop here because this is kind of where this dream started. I mean, when I came here
I was 11, 12, I guess, and from there, watching films, Black Hawk Down, that kind of thing. These were very much part of my childhood. I had all the models. I actually even, for my GCSE, I think it was graphic design, I did a brochure on the civilian versions of these. I always wanted the military one though. I always wanted the one with the slant back and the big Browning M2 50 cal on the top. But this is good enough, and I think getting one of those in this country would be very tricky. So yeah, it's just nice to see how far I've come, because actually as well, I've just remembered, in one of my yearbooks, I actually photoshopped myself with into a picture standing next to one of these. Something kind of like that, I think. And now I'm actually standing next to it. And I think in that yearbook I said I'd have one in about 10 years. Well, it's about 15 years later-ish, so not too bad on that. But yeah, brings a lot of memories back, and yeah. It's getting very wet. We need more fuel, so better get on. Refueling yet again. And of course the pump doesn't like it, as usual. To be fair, it's surprisingly economical. We have not put that much fuel in yet. I mean, it's no Fiat Panda, but I think that's done. And actually just another £20, so not too bad at all. And we're off with a full tank of fuel. And probably a good 3 hours still to go. Some very squeaky windscreen wipers, which don't seem to be working very well at all. So, quick update. It's absolutely pouring down with rain, and we have a lot of leaks. The windscreen is leaking, the roof is leaking, the doors are leaking. I can feel something dripping on my foot. So yeah, the windows, the demist from the windows, windscreen is terrible, and yeah, we're doing about 45 because I cannot see where we're going properly at all, so that's good. But yeah, slow and steady wins the race, so yeah, just got to keep going, and yeah, hopefully not get too soggy in the process. And yeah, it's really not great. I think you can clearly see that these were designed for either California or the desert, but definitely not England during the winter, during a storm. So yeah, it's not the best driving I've ever done, and it's not the most fun driving I've ever done right now. But we're making progress, and we're under 100 miles to Exeter, so that's good. We're getting there. Lunch in a minute. I think there's some services just up here because we're both getting rather cold, soggy. Must admit I'm getting rather tired concentrating. This is, yeah, probably some of the worst driving I've ever done. So yeah, could do with a break. But I think in a mile or two there's some services, so that would be good. Nice lunch, recharge the batteries, and yeah. So yeah, we'll see you in a minute when we're stopped. Huzzah!
Hi everyone, we just stopped for lunch because it's getting very stormy out there. It's leaking. I had to use some tape to fix the windscreen, to fix the door because it was full on dripping on me and I was getting all soggy. So as we thought about bringing some duct tape. So yeah, there was supposed to be a storm on Friday, but I'm pretty sure it has been delayed and it's just arrived just now, just today. We had so much rain coming and people overtaking that we couldn't see anything. Compared to yesterday where we had the most glorious condition, sunny, nice. Today is like, okay, this definitely feels like an adventure. It's actually really exciting. So yeah, all good. We will keep you updated a bit later. We're just going to top up the tank again. And do you think someone needs a kiss because he's doing some good driving? Go on then. Just wonder.
I'm honoured.
We'll see you later.
See you later. Oh, whoa, there is water everywhere. Right, pop that in park. Right. Fuel stop number 4? 3? 4? Let's see how we're doing. Ah, hang on, damn. That's the expensive diesel. Ah. Cheap diesel. Really doesn't like English fuel pumps, unfortunately. And I think unlike the American ones, you can't click them on and just let them go. You have to always have your hand on them. Could be wrong, but if any Americans out there want to correct me on that. And that's pretty full. £23 is actually, surprisingly, not using that much fuel. I think we're doing way more than 10 miles to the gallon, which is probably because that figure, which I just got off the internet, is probably for when it's all covered in armour and stuff. So, yeah, looking good. Better go and pay. And then hit the road again.
The Met Office has issued a yellow weather warning.
Just after we set off again, the weather started getting worse. And worse. And worse. I could barely see in front of me out of the windscreen. It was pretty sketchy, to be honest, so we gave it some serious thought and decided that we should stop and wait it out until the storm had passed.
Can you hear that, guys?
That's a lot of thunder out there. Don't know whether you can hear it, but yeah, lots of flashes of lightning. I know a normal car, if it gets struck by lightning, that's not an issue. No idea about one of these though, so yeah, probably best not to tempt fate and see what happens.
The storm appeared to pass, so we decided to carry on and try and make up a bit of lost time. However, how wrong could we have been? We were still right in the middle of it.
Somerset Council has declared a major incident as heavy rain and flooding continues to cause disruption.
It seems like the road is full on flooding, but on the plus side, we are in the perfect vehicle for it. So yeah, talk about being prepared. Boy, this is absolutely crazy. You don't usually get this in this country. Let's just keep plodding on. We've got hailstones, thunder, lightning. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I've ever driven on a road where it's been this bad before. stand ready on the bridge for anyone that breaks down in this. We're just over 30 miles to Exeter now, and finally, after that biblical downpour and flooding and thunder and lightning and apocalyptic driving, the sun is coming out and I can see some blue sky. Wow, that was eventful. I think we just well and truly tested the wading capabilities of the Humvee. To be honest though, yeah, I think reality that was probably absolutely nothing for this truck, but I'm no expert, so yeah, to me it seemed like a lot, but yeah, to all you off-road people out there are probably like, yeah, that was nothing, but still, you don't really expect that on normal roads, but yeah, so just stopping for another break. And then another half an hour, 45 minutes-ish. It's taking a long time, but yeah. Be back soon. Here she comes, back from the toilet with some supplies.
I got some apple juice, very exciting.
Oh, exciting apple juice. Right, so we're setting off now, hopefully for the final time. So yeah, hopefully the next stop will be home because it's getting quite long now. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, we've been travelling a long time and not done many miles, so yeah, let's get back. And let's get some heat on the feet because they're all soggy. To be fair, if this was the 4-door one, or the slant back, it would be incredibly, or without a rear window, incredibly hard reversing. One final bit on the M5, and we're nearly home. For some small, tiny country roads. The hardest bit for last.
Oh my god, we made it. We've just arrived home after I have no clue how many hours we've been driving. We've been through sunshine, which was really lovely at the end, but before that we had hail, we had thunderstorm, we had massive flooding. Yeah, so really happy to be back. It's been an amazing adventure. That was really amazing to see how also lovely people were. Like, we had so many nice comments and yeah, people very interesting, and it's an epic machine. Like, really, really glad to be part of it. So yeah, we made it.
It is an epic machine indeed. Yeah, it's actually been incredibly reliable. We haven't broken down, nothing's exploded, there's no oil everywhere. So yeah, to be fair, considering what people say that I've read online about how unreliable they are, well, this one's done a pretty good job for us. And and the person we bought it from said we were crazy to drive it all the way back across the country, which, to be fair, yeah, he had a point, but we made it, and all's good. So thank you for watching, and it would be really appreciated if you would subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell, all the usual stuff, and we will see you next time on Welcome to the Country. So thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye.